I stayed the night at my crazy uncle's place. I'm still traumatized by what I saw. There's one in every family. Ours shows up each Thanksgiving. Trucker hat, worn shirt, faded jeans. We get to listen to his diatribes about the economy, the fake moon landing, and how Big Brother is trying to kill us with weather manipulation. It's not natural, he says, clutching a turkey drumstick. Those white streaks in the sky, it's population control. Someone's got to do something about it. Typically, these conversations only last a few minutes. My family has learned the art of distracting him with questions like, "So, Uncle Hank, how's the new boat? Are you enjoying retirement? Did you get your hip looked at?" But this last time, several Thanksgivings ago, it got really bad. Uncle Hank had a little too much to drink, got on one of his rampages, and wouldn't stop. "The government's cooking up another virus," he shouted. "It'll make Ebola look like the flu. It'll go airborne and wipe out 70% of the population. We've got to rise up." His tirade started to make Grandma sob. She had just lost Grandpa and was still processing her grief. Dad shifted in his seat, pissed, then leapt up. "Enough," he said, and escorted Uncle Hank out of the room. "Listen, I'm sorry," Hank apologized. But Dad led him outside and slammed the door. I didn't see much of him after that. But then, a few years later, my girlfriend Vanessa and I had to drive south to tour her new university. She had just been accepted to a master's program and wanted to check out the campus. I was so proud. We were navigating an isolated road when our GPS stopped working. Before long, our car ended up in the middle of a forested back road surrounded by darkness. "See anything?" Vanessa asked, checking for road signs. "No," I said, craning my eyes. The sunlight was vanishing. Then, the car shuddered violently. "Shit!" I pulled over and parked. Smoke billowed out from the hood as Vanessa and I got out. It was so cold the air clung to our skin. We pulled our jackets close. I didn't have a flashlight, so Vanessa held her phone over me as I peered under the hood. I couldn't see what was wrong. I called the tow truck company. They told me they couldn't be there until the next day. Damn. I turned to Vanessa, cold air biting my skin. "Looks like we're stuck here for the night." She buried her hands in her pockets, shivering. "Do you know anyone here?" I frowned as I thought, yeah, I know someone. I made the call. It was about an hour later when Uncle Hank's truck appeared down the road. He pulled up behind my car and stepped out, wearing his signature cowboy boots. "Wee-wee." Uncle Hank whistled. "What have we got here?" "Hi, Uncle Hank." I offered my hand to shake his, but he just gave me a big bear hug. You know, the kind that feels like your ribs are about to break. Then he turned to Vanessa. "Who's this?" "Vanessa," she said and shook his hand. "Thanks for saving us." "My pleasure. It's what anyone would do for family." Hank turned and peered inside my vehicle. He couldn't figure out what was wrong either. "Well, looks like the mechanic will have to sort this out." He dusted off his hands on his pants. "Why don't you stay over at my place? I'll drive you to the shop in the morning." "That'd be great, Uncle Hank." Vanessa and I got our bags, left the keys in my car, climbed into Uncle Hank's truck and drove off. We were in the cab for about 5 minutes when Uncle Hank cleared his throat. "So where'd you two meet?" "University," I said. "Ah." He leaned over, made eye contact with Vanessa. "Universities are for brainwashing. Lizard people use them as tools for indoctrination." "Lizard people?" she said.